Dinner and a Movie is brought to you by Hamilton Walkers.
A World War II epic and an inspirational documentary are available to stream at home this week. Here to review Greyhound and Inmate #1, The Rise of Danny Trejo, are film critics Pam Powell and Chuck Koplinski. Hey, Chuck, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, I'm going to toss it over to Pam. She's got a World War II movie that I really liked.
Okay, so Pam, let's start with Greyhound. Tell me all about it.
That sounds great. This stars Tom Hanks, and this has had a little bit of difficulty with release dates. Now it's being released on Apple TV. It stars Tom Hanks, but not only does it star Tom Hanks, he's also the screenwriter. Not the first time he's done this, and it's not the first time he's also starred in a World War II movie. In this film, he plays Captain Ernie Krause. He's this calm, cool, collected, extremely intelligent and reactive, precise captain. I kind of want to call him the Sully of the high seas. And he is charged with leading an Allied convoy across the Atlantic Ocean during World War II to England. And he's got to combat and figure out where his enemies are, the submarines, and it's called the Wolf Pack. And this is a really scary period of time when they get into one part of the ocean where they can't have any kind of aerial protection. It takes place over a relatively short period of time, a few days, and it's extremely intense and dramatic. We really are brought onto the ship into the harsh conditions, and they're not just battling the Germans, they're battling the cold, they're battling sleep deprivation, they're battling lack of information, lack of functioning of equipment. And these boys, and they are boys that are under his command, are reacting to everything that he's saying and having to follow through with everything. And it's intense. We're hearing coordinates being recited off and repeated, and he's having to calculate everything and try to outmaneuver and outmanipulate the enemy. It is incredibly done, and I was on the edge of my seat thanks to great cinematography as well as great writing. It's based actually on a book by C.S. Forester called The Good Shepherd, and it's not an actual true story. However, it really could be, and there are some great end credits that you want to take a look at to see some of our naval forces in action. Sadly, this isn't being released in the theaters, so if you have a great big TV with Dolby Digital Surround Sound, make sure you stream it through that so you can be immersed or plunged into this environment. Great movie, really enjoyed it. Kudos to Tom Hanks for once again having such a character with integrity and compelling action.
And this is on Apple TV.
Correct.
Okay, Chuck, what did you think? Were you a fan?
Really liked it a lot. I'm hoping that once theaters open up again, Apple will put this on the big screen at the end of the year for an Oscar push, because it's definitely good enough. And it is a movie that needs to be seen on a big screen. I can't recommend it highly enough.
Well, what about the Inmate #1, The Rise of Danny Trejo? Do we feel the same?
Ah, boy, what an incredible movie, what an incredible life. Danny Trejo, you may not know the name, but I guarantee if you've watched one movie or 4 movies over the past 10 years, you know this guy. Danny Trejo has appeared in over 240 films. There he is right there, and he's usually cast as this imposing bad guy. He has the look about him that he just eats nails, and he's the toughest guy on the block. And his story is unbelievable. This is a guy who grew up on the streets of Los Angeles. He looked up to his uncle, who wasn't a very nice guy. Uncle really had some problems. And Trejo, because of his uncle, ended up developing a heroin addiction at the age of 9. He had a life on the streets. He was running with gangs. He was in prison, in and out of prison. And then he finally gets a chance. They're shooting a prison film in Los Angeles called Runaway Train. He's recognized or picked out by a casting director, and Trejo gets a small part in the film. And the rest, as they say, is history. Not only does he turn his life around professionally, but in this documentary, we see him giving back to the community where he grew up. He goes to AA meetings. He talks about his experiences. He talks about his struggles with addiction. He talks about succeeding in places he never thought he would as a family man. And he says at one point that the best things he's ever done in his life are when he helps someone else. And he's talking to other inmates and addicts in an effort to get them to turn around their lives. So not just a great Hollywood story about this guy succeeds professionally, but also what he does in his personal life to give back. Really, really like this film. Inmate #1, The Rise of Danny Trejo. You can find it on streaming services starting this Friday. Really, really enjoyed it.
Pam, what'd you think?
You know what? I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but after Chuck's description, I'm going to put that on my list to see this weekend. It sounds absolutely amazing. And I love Danny Trejo, who was in The Short History of the Long Road that we just reviewed a few weeks ago.
Well, I do know a movie you have seen, Trolls, right?
Yes, I have seen that. And we have a giveaway. And thank you to everyone who participated in the giveaway by sharing and liking our posts. And we have 5 lucky winners who will receive a DVD combo pack. And the winners are Kim Melchi-Condor, Jared Wilson, Judy Munson, Kathy York, and Rebecca Starr Palmer. All 5 of you will receive that in the mail shortly as soon as I get to the post office.
Well, there you go. We always appreciate a fun giveaway here on CI Living and your all's movie reviews. 2 movies we're going to have to check out this week.
Great. Thanks, Heather.
All right. If you want to learn more about all of Chuck and Pam's movie reviews, head to Real Talk with Chuck and Pam, their website. You can sign up for their newsletter. You can like them on Facebook. You can follow them on Twitter. So much great stuff. And we will connect you at CILiving.tv. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.